So before we make a recap, let me take a roll call. The what?
Present.
Edwin,
Present.
Jessica,
Present.
Emmanuel,
Present.
and I'm not seeing Yegon. So Yegon is absent. And then, so before we start our session, let's have a recap of what we learned last session. What did we learn? Yes? Yes, Edwin?
We learn about ecology.
Ecology. What did we say about ecology? What is ecology? Yes, Veronica. What is ecology? So we learned about. Yes.
Animals, organisms.
So ecology, we say it is the study of interrelationship between organisms and their environment. And there were terms we learned in ecology. One, habitat. Two, community. Three, ecosystem. Population.
Habitat.
Yes, very good. About population. Population. So our today's lesson, or our today's topic is reproduction. Today's lesson is reproduction. And before we come to that topic, we have the objectives. Objectives. So by the end of the lesson, by the end of the session, the learner should be able to, one, define reproduction. Should be able to define reproduction. Two, identify modes of reproduction. binary fission. For instance, binary fission. So these are the modes of reproduction. So we can now, we have identified these modes of reproduction. So we can be able now to explain. So what is sexual reproduction? What does it entail? Sexual reproduction. If we say sexual reproduction, what do we mean? Sexual reproduction, yes?
Fusion of gametes.
It is the fusion of
Gametes.
male and female,
Sex.
female
Sex.
sexes to produce what? New offspring, or what? As zygotes. So if those male and female whatever fuse, so we will come up with an offspring. So we have what about asexual reproduction? Asexual reproduction, you can write asexual reproduction. What about asexual reproduction? It involves what? This is the production of offspring without involvement of gametes. Without involvement of gametes. An example of that is in bacteria. Is in bacteria, where it reproduces by binary fission. Binary fission. It produced by binary fission. So so can you write down the assignment? I have an assignment for you. So question number 1. You compare and contrast sexual and asexual reproduction. That is question number 1. Question number 2. Explain the male and female reproductive system. Explain the male and female reproductive system. And ensure you submit that